Have you ever wondered about the story behind your favorite sneakers? What if I told you that two of the world's biggest sportswear giants, Adidas and Puma, were born from a bitter family feud? This isn't just a business story, it's a tale of two brothers, a small German town divided, and a rivalry that changed the world of sports forever. Our story begins in the early 1920s in Herzogenaurach, Germany, with two brothers, Adolf and Rudolf Dassler. They were complete opposites. Adolf, nicknamed Adi, was the quiet, meticulous craftsman, the genius designer obsessed with creating the perfect athletic shoe. Rudolf, on the other hand, was the extroverted, charismatic salesman, the one who knew how to market and sell their creations. Together, they were an unbeatable team. They founded the Dassler Brothers Shoe Factory in their mother's laundry room. Their big break came in 1936 at the Berlin Olympics. In a bold move, Adi drove to the Olympic Village and convinced the American track star Jesse Owens to wear their handmade spiked shoes. When Owens won 4 gold medals, the Dassler name became famous overnight. Their business exploded, and they were selling hundreds of thousands of pairs of shoes each year. It seemed like nothing could stop them. But beneath the surface, tension was brewing. The brothers' personalities clashed, and their wives reportedly couldn't stand each other. The final breaking point came during World War II. During an Allied air raid, Adi and his wife joined Rudolf and his family in a bomb shelter. Adi supposedly exclaimed, "The dirty bastards are back again," referring to the Allied bombers. But Rudolf, who was already in the shelter, was convinced Adi was talking about him and his family. The misunderstanding, layered on top of years of resentment, was the spark that lit the fuse. After the war, the relationship was shattered beyond repair. In 1948, the brothers split the company assets and went their separate ways, becoming sworn enemies. The town of Herzogenaurach was split right down the middle. Rudolf moved to the other side of the Aurach River and founded his own company. He initially named it Ruder, from the first 2 letters of his first and last name, but soon changed it to the more dynamic and powerful Puma. Adi, staying on the original side of the river, did something similar. He combined his nickname, Adi, with the first 3 letters of his surname, Das, to create Adidas. And just like that, the two rival brands were born, literally a stone's throw away from each other. The rivalry was intense and personal. It divided the town, which became known as the town of bent necks, because people would always look down to see which brand of shoes you were wearing before deciding whether to talk to you. Adidas and Puma employees were forbidden from interacting. They patronized different bakeries, different bars, and their children went to different schools. It was a local Cold War, fought with leather and laces. This bitter feud, however, fueled an incredible wave of innovation. Each brother was obsessed with outdoing the other. When Puma introduced the first football boot with screw-in studs, Adidas quickly followed with their own, improved version. This arms race for footwear technology pushed both companies to new heights. Adidas scored a major victory in the 1954 World Cup final, famously known as the Miracle of Bern. The German national team, wearing Adidas boots with revolutionary removable studs, beat the heavily favored Hungarians on a rain-soaked pitch. The adaptable studs gave the German players better traction, and the victory cemented Adidas's reputation as a leader in football footwear. The 3 stripes, originally added for stability, became an iconic symbol of victory. But Puma had its own legends. They sponsored some of the world's greatest athletes, including the football god Pelé. At the 1970 World Cup, in a genius marketing move, Pelé paused just before the opening whistle to tie his Puma King boots, giving the brand millions of dollars worth of free publicity in a single moment. The Pelé Pact, a supposed agreement between the brothers not to sign the superstar, was broken, further fueling the rivalry. This competition wasn't just on the football pitch. In basketball, Puma had the legendary Clyde Frazier and his signature Puma Clyde shoe. Adidas responded by signing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. On the track, they fought for every athlete, every record, and every Olympic medal. This sibling war was a catalyst for the modern sportswear industry, creating the culture of athlete endorsements and brand-driven competition that we know today. As the years went by, The companies grew from local German factories into global powerhouses. They expanded beyond shoes into apparel and accessories. The Adidas trefoil and the Puma cat became symbols recognized all over the world, not just in sports, but in music, fashion, and pop culture. From Run DMC's hit song My Adidas to the breakdancers of the 80s rocking Puma suedes, the brands became a part of our cultural fabric. The brothers, Adolf and Rudolf Dassler, never reconciled. They ran their competing empires from the same small town, sometimes just a few hundred yards apart, until their deaths in the 1970s. They are even buried in the same cemetery, but as far apart as possible, a final testament to their lifelong animosity. For decades, the feud continued through their sons, but by the late 1980s, both companies were facing financial struggles. The family-run businesses were eventually sold and transformed into the publicly traded corporations we know today. And what about the town of Herzogenaurach? The rivalry has softened over the years. In 2009, employees from both Adidas and Puma came together for a symbolic friendly football match, a public handshake to finally end the 60-year-old feud that their founders started. Today, Adidas and Puma are two of the largest sportswear companies on the planet, competing with giants like Nike. But their shared history is unique. It's a reminder that from the most bitter personal conflicts can come incredible creativity, innovation, and a legacy that has shaped the world we live in. The next time you lace up a pair of sneakers with 3 stripes or a leaping cat, remember the two brothers in a small German town whose epic feud gave us two of the most iconic brands in history. Thanks so much for watching. What do you think of this incredible story? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories behind the brands you love. See you in the next one.